face on the sweater.
That's disgrace.
I do my intro not on the camera, right?
No, you do it on the camera. We're just going to see the setting first. So everyone go sit down. So. Did you want a wine? Does anyone want a drink?
Oh, that'll be right.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go with wine.
Will everyone have one?
Yeah, I already got a glass up there.
And
Nice.
Chelsea's going to intro us.
Has it started? Are you recording?
It's recording.
Okay. I don't like the intro. I'm confident asking my questions. I don't want to.
No, you got this.
Okay. So gay. Okay. Okay. Alright, Ren, shut up, I'm talking. I'm just composing myself for a second. Alright. Hey guys, welcome to episode 9 of Mikey Talks. Today's a very special episode because it features Michael for his 30th birthday, new decade. So he's kindly let me host today because today's going to be all about him. So a quick, who's here? Me, the sister, the favourite sister. You've got the younger brother, little brother here, Lockie, middle brother, oldest brother, Daniel Mike, and then the newest family member, Heather, the girlfriend. Anyway, the girlfriend, the new sister. So we're gonna ask Mike questions about him and his life today to celebrate him turning 30. So, starting off with the boys. Starting off with Heather. No. Starting off with the boys. What is an easy one to start off with? Your best memory with Mike?
Oh, man, I'd have to dig. There's a lot.
Okay, we have to pick one.
I know.
It's called best memory.
Best memory with Mike. Oh, man, we've literally got 28 years of memories. It's going to take me a bit to think of one.
Do you want to go on pause? So
Yeah, go.
Oh, no, I'm still thinking as well.
We'll pause it here so they can think.
No thinking.
Oh,
like
it's so
rapid
rapid.
fire.
Fast forward, it's like, and then it's like,
Okay, I'll start off with mine.
You know the questions, so you've had time to think about
I
it.
didn't think about them. They just came to me.
Okay.
Mine would have to be when we went to Europe together, which we've already spoken about on Mikey Talks before, but that was 5 or 6 weeks of all the best memories. So that's mine. We had a few little Kentuckys, so easy win.
Yeah.
I know mine now.
Oh, okay.
Definitely got a lot of good memories, but there's one that stands out. I love the one-on-one time I get with Mikey. There was an MF Doom, a memorial event that we went to together. I'll tell a bit of a story about it, which was one of the funniest experiences I had with Mikey, and it was, my respect has always been high for him, but it went up top notch after what he managed to pull off on this night. So we're inside the venue, and it's an inside venue, there's no outdoors, and MF Doom passed away, so there was a good energy in the place and we were loving the music, but definitely just like a good vibe overall, just to show our appreciation. Michael goes, you know what, I'm going to whip out a joint inside the venue. So he whips out a joint and he lights it and he starts smoking inside the venue, passing it around. So myself and just other strangers indulged in this joint inside. And our security guard comes up and he said, who lit this? And Michael goes, oh, I don't know, someone passed it to me. And eventually, even though everyone tried to stand up for Michael, like, no, we don't know whose it is, we got kicked out of the venue. But Michael went up to the security guard a bit later at the door and was like, come on, man, like, someone passes you a joint, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to hit it or are you going to drop it? And the security guard goes, oh, nah, mate, like, you can't do that. And Michael's like, come on, like, what would you do in that situation? And he goes, you know what, like, fair enough. Lets us both back inside. And then we get to enjoy the rest of the night, and that is how I witnessed Michael get away with lighting a joint inside a venue and getting back in afterwards. So that's definitely going to be one of my favourite memories of Mikey. Yes,
You're right.
Yeah, I'll say a couple things. Firstly would be probably living together for 2 years in Abbotsford. Like, obviously that's a 2-year span, not one memory, but the whole time was, yeah, some of the funnest times of my life for sure.
A bit louder.
Don't tell me what to do. And then the other one I would say, which is kind of ironic because we're going to be doing the same thing today, was when we were teenagers. I think I was 15 and Mike was 16, and our parents went away and we decided to throw a party in their house without them knowing, as so we thought. And yeah, long story short, it got fucking out of control and it was one of the wildest nights. And Mum and Dad definitely found out. Coming back to a destroyed home probably wasn't pleasant, but yeah, it was fun.
In this very house.
In this very house that we're sitting in, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, what would you say is Mike's most iconic moment? And everyone can answer this, so you can start, Heather.
Iconic.
Like, you would say most iconic thing that he's done.
Who's iconic?
Like, just like core memory. Iconic core memory. It could be something dumb, something funny.
There's one I want to say, but it might get him cancelled. So
yeah, I think I'm thinking of the same thing as well.
That's fine, we all have a past, we all have a history. He's a changed man now, I think just go for it.
Go for it. No, I
I feel like you're gonna have to whisper it to me. I'll decide. Whisper it to me.
That's exactly what I was thinking of too.
No, we can tell that story.
Tell the story, Daniel.
Alright, well, this one's iconic of past Mikey. He's a changed man. Just make sure you know that I said that. We were at the footy one game, a Bulldogs versus North Melbourne game. And back when Josh Bruce was the full forward for Bulldogs, and Mikey goes, "Oh, if Josh Bruce kicks 10 goals today, I'm gonna eat my dick out." And game goes on. Bulldogs are spanking the Bruce. Josh Bruce is kicking the bag. He's on 9 goals in the last quarter. Mike was like, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, nah, no way, I'm gonna do it. Everyone around us at this point is hearing him, thinking he's gonna do it. Josh Bruce kicks the 10th goal. Michael stands up on his seat, pulls his pants down, with a whole crowd of people around us getting around him. And somehow didn't get removed or a life ban or arrested. Yeah, I think that was pretty iconic.
Nice. Got something? No?
That's the first thing that came to mind for sure. I'm going to say just iconic in general would be Cecil. I won't say any one experience in particular, but especially growing up. Cecil is Michael's old alter ego that we haven't seen in a while. Only comes out when he's drunk.
Yeah.
But I was about I was the age of an early teen.
That's not good.
It's not. Cecil was not good.
Cecil was bad.
He was bad, but he was iconic. And I was also a child when he was around. So I would say I have countless memories. There was one time when Michael threw a yoga ball at me, as Cecil, not Michael, when I was walking up the stairs, and I remember getting knocked down a few of them. I was about maybe 13 or 14 where one time I was going up to my room upstairs and there was like a hallway and I hear Michael or Cecil making like gremlin noises and I just wanted to sleep. And he was traumatizing me. He would come in the room, he would just open the door making noises, he would close the door. And there's just multiple times that Cecil comes out. I would say it's quite iconic.
Nice.
That is iconic.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing I can think of is like there's heaps of things. There's definitely like core memories where we did like our Amazing Race stunt together. But then I think of like Valentine's Day, but that's probably like I don't think I can like tell it. It's like,
I don't think we could tell that story.
we can't tell that one. That's like iconic cue, but we can't tell that. So I'm trying to think of something more like.
What a shame.
So the dick out of the footy is okay, but whatever.
Iconic. I don't know. I feel like it's more like good. It's just more good memories.
Yeah.
I don't think anything too chaotic has happened.
The Amazing Race one was good.
The Amazing Race one was good, where we had to do like this race, and we were so determined to win and like find all these random gems like hidden around Collingwood. And the first thing we did was like come up with this game plan, and then I took us the wrong way. And like Michael just like stayed so calm the whole time, like was just so chill and like so calm. I was like panicking, and he's like, "It's fine," and I'm like took us in the wrong direction. But we were like so fucking determined, and we ended up coming third.
We did.
We won.
Sprinting through Collingwood in Crocs.
Sprinting in
Mind you,
Crocs.
the whole plan we had like got taken out the window in the
Completely.
first 5 seconds because we got it wrong.
It took us the wrong way.
See,
Iconic.
That was iconic.
Nice.
That was good.
Nice. Now, another fun one. Your favorite like holiday memory. And I know there's been a lot over the years. Mine would actually be, it's so random, Numurkah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where that is, somewhere in regional Victoria, I think. I don't know. It's in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing there except for a timeshare. Nothing significant happened there. They were just like my favourite holidays to Numurkah.
Yeah.
Like America and all our overseas ones were good, but
It was Numurkah where we were sending golf balls. Up the
yeah,
side.
like the golf balls. It
That
was like the
pretty
tennis
fun.
court. Like there was nothing of significance. There was
Yeah.
nothing there, but it was good times.
Where I picked up a cactus. And that was,
Yes. That was okay, your turn.
I reckon in America, it was the first time. No, I think I was 16. The second time when you were studying there. Yeah, we were in America, and we all smoked weed around a pool area. Like this guy just gave us like a joint, and I was still fresh and smoking too. And I remember like they were all worried. Michael was worried that they were gonna have to bring me back up into the room with mum and dad. In America, and I was like off my head, and it was like on them. I was a child, so so I get off scot-free. So that was one of my favourite memories for sure. Just seeing their reaction, be like, "Oh fuck, we're cooked here."
Yeah, I think mine would also be when Mike was studying in San Diego, and I went up there and stayed with him where he was living for a couple of weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And got to experience going to a college football tailgate, and I got so drunk. What happened? I ended up getting I got separated from the group we were with, and just like was so drunk I had no idea where I was. I think I just left like on my own. I just walked out of the stadium.
Once again,
And then you ended up finding me somehow.
older brother responsibilities. They're coming to visit me. He doesn't have a SIM card or anything. The rest of the family's gone. I've taken him to a tailgating to a college football game, and about halfway through I hammered and just realised he was gone, and there was no way to contact him either. It's a bit of a blur to me as well, but I feel like I just found you like out the front.
I called you off a random person's
Yes,
phone.
that's right. Called me on Facebook off a random person's phone and found him in the front of the stadium.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oopsie.
Have you got one?
Favourite
Holiday memory. You can
holiday
answer.
memory. Yeah, I think I liked all the timeshares we went to when we were growing up as families,
Kids.
and my memories are just of us like playing Mario Kart and Pokemon in like the little cabins. Actually, I do have a favourite memory. Well, maybe not favourite, but it is a
I know
memory.
what it is.
Do you?
Mac and cheese.
No. What's the
Oh.
mac and cheese? You
Yeah,
tell that.
Wrong.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell mine and you can tell it.
Mac and cheese.
So the first time we went to America as a family, Lockie was younger than 16. This is when he was like 12 years old. And he was absolutely like rinsing Plant vs. Zombies
Oh no.
on his mobile.
This came up in conversation with me and Lockie yesterday.
Did it really?
Yeah.
So he was like sweaty as, just rinsing Plants vs. Zombies the whole flight on the way down, and I'm sure for weeks before, and he kind of like had clocked the whole game, had all his stats and everything, and then the very first thing that happened when we got into our hotel in LA, and Daniel and Lockie had an argument over something. I feel like
I
You
took
took the
those
shoelaces out of my shoes.
Lockie took the shoelaces out of Daniel's shoes, and as retaliation, Daniel completely deleted and wiped the whole game off his phone. Lockie was in hysterics. Just an absolute shambles. But maybe in like hindsight, it was a good thing that happened because then you weren't playing it for the whole holiday.
That's what I said to him.
Yeah.
I said it was probably a good thing. I was probably addicted to it.
Yeah, but it was pretty cruel.
It was like full tantrum.
Yeah.
I said, don't poke the bear.
10 minutes to put the shoelaces back.
Maybe I didn't know how to put it back in at that age.
Oh, also the mac and cheese one.
Yeah, can we hear the
Oh
mac and
no,
cheese
I feel
one?
like that's. I don't even know. I don't know what properly.
You're
I
making
thought
shit
you did.
up.
No,
No,
no.
it was you boys just being stupid.
With mac and cheese?
This is not relevant.
Yeah, I don't know.
Noodles when you threw up everywhere.
I don't remember.
Yeah, just skip that.
Cut
that.
that one.
That's
You're
not my
making
memory.
shit up now. Come
The
on.
mac and cheese. So
Or 2 minute
confident as
noodles.
well.
Alright, cool. Sorry, just processing. Okay, how much time have we got? How many more questions?
As many as we want.
Then, in that case, you have to name Michael's best and worst trait.
Best trait is undoubtedly his confidence, for sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful inspiration growing up. Like, fuck, I want to just be able to just like, put myself out there like Michael does. So definitely the best.
Sorry, it's really lame. Sorry, it's really nice. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm the guy in the Brighton family that loves Michael.
Okay, now worst.
Worst trait. Oh fuck. Oh, you can just do some dumb shit sometimes. Like, I think it goes in with the confidence too. Like, sometimes it's overabundant with it. Like, he doesn't think. Like, so I'm the younger brother, but sometimes I feel like I have to try and help pull his head in certain situations. Where I'm like, Michael, like, just take a breath and think about what you're about to do before you say it or do it. So it's funny. So his worst trait is hilarious as a family member, but yeah, I'd say maybe just the inability to think sometimes.
I'd say best trait's probably lack of giving a fuck. And by that I mean like it's quite an authentic trait to have to not care what people think about you, and I think Mikey embodies that really well. So that's definitely the best.
Just say worst as well.
I know. I just finished what I was saying. Give me a bloody chance. Worst trait. I feel like it's a mean thing to do.
I can't say all that.
I won't say worst trait. I'll say my most disliked.
What's his worst trait?
It's subjective. I don't know. Definitely when I was younger, the whole Cecil area used to piss me off. But Cecil's gone now, I think. Maybe.
He'll come back one day. This is
So many
hibernation.
So many questions.
I actually don't know. I don't think there's nothing I can think that I don't like about you, to be honest.
Pretty flawless.
That's more gay than what I said.
Yeah, that is that.
If I think of something, I'll say it. But right now, I've got nothing. So.
I thought I
okay.
have a yeah. I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
actually
you're ready?
ready.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, worst trait. Just like your organisational skills sometimes.
You know
She wanted to get that out there so
I wanted
bad.
to get that out. We've been
Finally.
talking about it since we met. And you improved. We've got checklists now. We're working through it. Like it's the real thing. Like just the shit that you forget. Try to keep it
Straight to the worst.
Straight. Let's finish with the love. Like you definitely. Everything like from the confidence, from just like I think your ability to be like raw and vulnerable, and then that's when you actually have so much love to give. Like I think your strength is like how much love you have to give, not only to like me but to your family and the people closest to you, and you just give it so freely without like any fear, and it's just it's so vulnerable for some people to do that, and it's just really it is an inspiration for others to really open up. So
Yeah.
Sweet.
that's your strength.
Cute. Do you want to name your? Oh, sorry.
I thought of a worst. I don't know what he's like now, but when we were living together, I definitely used to judge your ability of keeping a room clean, especially a bedroom. Like it used to wig me out when I went in there because there's always shit everywhere, and I'd be like, Mikey, you should clean your. I'd be like, Mikey, you should clean your room a bit, and he's like, what? It's clean. I just cleaned it, and there's literally shit everywhere. Yeah.
We can probably do a live action snapshot of my room right now.
I'd say that for sure.
Do you want to say the best and worst thing about yourself as well?
Self-reflection.
Self-reflection.
Yeah.
Best would probably be my like witty sense of humour, I would say. I think I'm like pretty funny and like and always like the person that everyone wants in the room. And then worst, maybe sometimes I can't be that humble.
This is not doing you any favors. It's meant to be wholesome enough.
Silence speaks.
Okay.
I think the line between confidence and cockiness can be blurred sometimes.
Yeah, I think so. That's a fair one.
I've never found you cocky at any point.
No.
No.
I believe in myself, and I think I am like the best at a lot of things that I do.
I would say ignorance rather than cockiness. Like I think you're just not aware of the flaws.
Turning into a roast.
It's getting deep.
Okay.
The NFT stuff.
Okay.
How confident you were in NFTs. Can we
NFTs
tell that
worth
story?
Yeah, go.
So that's what I mean by the ignorance. Is but he's really good at making you believe in him. That's what I mean. Because during lockdown, Michael was raving about how NFTs are going to make us all rich and they're going to be the future. So I'm like, Michael, I believe you. Like the passion and the love he had for it. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm committing to this. Good discernment lesson for me to trust just my own view. I didn't actually know much about it. I just trusted him. And we put so much into NFTs, and the second lockdown finishes, the whole market crashes. And Michael was like, oh fuck, misjudged, my bad. And that's what I mean by the ignorance. I'm like, oh fuck, maybe I like that confidence, but.
Alright.
Did you have something to say?
I feel like what I was going to say was more like just how much about that time you convinced the family that the weather's going to change. But that was more of it's not really. It's just you being convinced.
Daniel wasn't here for this.
No.
Yeah,
I'll
I missed
tell you.
that.
This was a few
That's
weeks
a good
ago on
story.
Mother's Day. We were around the lake, and it was this is mid-May, and it had just been sunny all Melbourne. Usually it's raining by now. And I gaslit everyone into believing that every 70 years in Melbourne we skip winter, and everyone believed it, and then Chelsea went and regurgitated it at work.
Oh no, Chelsea.
Which just kitchen chat. Everyone was saying how warm it was, and I was like, yeah, we're skipping
And
winter
he
this
slept.
year. I came home and I was saying something to Mike, and he goes about the joke, and I was like, the joke, and I was like, no, it was real, and he goes, no, that was a joke.
Also, she claimed it as her own.
Oh no!
It wasn't like my brother said this, it was she was claiming it as she knew it. Oh, right.
Moving on.
Let's do one or two more. How many
Alright.
have you got left on there?
Okay, we can do two more. This
Alright,
finishes
two
with what was meant to be Heather and Ethan, but it's not here. So Heather, your first impression of Mike.
Gay.
It's tricky. It's hard because we met at an event last year, and I just I thought he was nice. I thought he was cool, and but it was a very short burst, so it was hard to gauge. But I think when we re-met in January, it was very much my first impression was just good energy. He was just someone I wanted to be around, and it wasn't necessarily anything romantic at the time. It was just someone that I was I appreciated, whether it was going to be a friendship or something. There was just a good vibe. It was just good energy.
Nice.
So it was good. It was
Good
good. It was good. Even though he was in his classic slides and jersey, and, hat, and it's just major kind of Adam Sandler vibes kind of thing. I was okay, I was but he's cool though. He's alright.
Lucky you have a good
First impression,
personality.
he was alright.
Not going anywhere for you. And this is the final one for you. Your theories, what are you most excited for?
Most excited for my 30s.
New decade. New era.
Alright, I've got a few things.
as well.
Who
Yeah.
is?
I've got 3 things that come to
Three
mind.
things, okay.
Yeah. One will be to get married and have a family.
Oh, pressure.
First time hearing of this.
The second
Actually,
one.
just whipped out a ring right now.
Wait,
No,
can you
no.
tell them? The second one will be to be an uncle.
That could be either.
Which one? I feel like uncle's the best. Like, parent, you got to look after them 24/7. When you're an uncle, you can kind of just like be that fun guy, rile them up, feed them ice cream when they probably shouldn't be having sugar, and then as soon as they get annoying, you can fuck off. And then the third one will be to work in Detroit in some way,
Nice.
which will happen in the next 10 years, definitely.
Nice.
Whether that's collaboration with the Pistons, working with the players, something of the Detroit Lions, or just hanging out in Detroit, I don't know.
Slim Shady's manager.
Slim Shady's manager might be one. Taking good ideas to 8 Mile, I don't know. There's something brewing there, and I think that's coming in the next decade.
Manifesting. This is your decade.
Yeah.
This is your decade.
That's what they say.
You sure he's not being ignorant?
Well, I didn't say that. Alright.
Well
That's
done.
all.
Nice.
Thanks.
Mikey Talks, episode...
Yeah.
9. Episode 9.
Thanks everyone.
If you want to go back and rewatch episode 6 with Chelsea, that was a special episode. And episode 10 coming out after this one will be with Daniel.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
So let's party.
You'll get your
Closing
fix.
song? New Kanye?
You Kanye?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh.
I'm not saying New Kanye.
You Kanye. Hell. Bye. Oh shit, it wasn't recording.
Ethan thought he was getting out of this Michael's special 30th episode, but you're not.
Shit, alright.
You're not
I'm
getting
nervous
out of
now.
it. Oh, hold on, I can't get you both. Okay, you've got one question.
Alright.
What was your first impression of Mike?
Oh,
Put your head down, Mike.
I don't know. I really was just trying to like impress Nada and Terry more than I was trying to impress anyone else.
Oh, sorry.
So I was sort of chill with everyone.
Really?
No, just everyone was like, Michael and the other boys were just all welcoming and just took me in like one of their own. So
Nice. For a bit of context, Ethan is the boyfriend of 9 years, so.
I know. I've been around a fair bit.
So his first impression of Mike was when Mike was 21.
Fuck.
That's
I thought you were old as
crazy.
fuck back then as well. I thought like, cause when you're on your green peas, it was on his green peas, and I was like, man, this guy's old as shit. And then now we're here, so.
Crazy. Well,
Always been good, though.
9 years later, thanks to that, Ethan. Brothers here.
Didn't get away from it.
Nice. Yeah, thought he got out of it.